Hi, Misha here, and this will be a pretty short and sweet video because this is about the newest, and I'm using that in air quotes, thing from Arsenal. The SAM5SF-84. And people really like me to talk AK stuff, but this year has been pretty devoid of much to even get into. But we do have a few new arsenals. Yes, we will get to the SAM7SFC, but it is currently a KVAR exclusive, as was this gun here, or rather the previous SAM5SF-83. Go into it a bit, but we're not going to test fire it because, well, we know what these shoot like, and well, these are considered custom shop limited editions for what that's worth. So we'll go over some pros, some cons, and some thoughts. And of course, as always, if you could, please do like, share, and subscribe. Check us out on Patreon. Almost 4 years ago, the original SAM561 came out. It too beginning as a KVAR exclusive before being sold to dealers. And I really wanted one. In fact, I picked up this exact gun for myself for my birthday because back in 2004, right after the assault weapons ban came off, I ordered the original SAM-5R for myself, a gun that I kept and was very popular, but one that I sold when I was married and we needed coin in around 2010. So I wanted to replace it with another SAM5, and what I thought was neat about these is, whereas the original SAM-5 was assembled in Las Vegas, although from Bulgarian parts, the SAM561 was an import, rather. And mine here is one of the first ones that came in. By the way, Arsenal serial numbers on the receiver. The first couple of letters don't really mean anything. It's just how serials are done. And it's not like they went AA, AB, and so on. They're kind of randomly assigned. But the second two, the first two numbers, that's your year. 60 would be 2020. And of course, this year, if it was an import, it would be 64, 2024. Because they essentially started counting in the year 1960, which is, at least officially, when Arsenal Bulgaria Circle 10 started making Kalashnikovs totally in-house. So that I'd share that. But of course, the SAM5's reputation quickly went downhill in 2021. That's because of reports of overgassing, especially with later versions came out. Now, mine has been fine here. It hasn't really experienced overwear. I think part of it is I've kind of put lower powered ammo through it, steel case Wolf. Part of it is also that it seems like maybe the first batch were a little better. Long story short, it seems like a lot of these had the wrong gas port in the barrel. Instead of for the 16-inch barrel, it was more for the 12.5-inch, the kind of CR length. There was some talk about the cut of the rear of the receiver. No, not really. It might have impacted there when the bolt came back, but that wasn't really the root of the problem. The root was the bolt was coming back with way too much force. At any rate, this has a standard top and bottom tang. It typically shipped with an intermediate length buttstock with a trap door, standard pistol grip, FIME trigger group, which is pretty alright. It's kind of inspired by the Molot standard safety selector. Typically, these shipped with the shorter translucent mag. This is a true hot die forged receiver. Yes, built with Steyr technology. No, not made by Steyr. It's just that Arsenal, when they retooled around 2000 in Bulgaria, updated their equipment with stuff purchased from Steyr. Cold hammer forged chrome line barrel. Standard length. 14 by 1 left-hand threads, and a bayonet lug with the 90-degree gas block. And, of course, synthetic furniture. That's the SAM561. I still like them, even with their oopsie. This isn't a gun that I really ever considered selling. And I find a lot of fun, and friends do just as they had done with the previous SAM-5. So with that, what is the SAM5SF-84? Essentially the same gun. It's actually the second generation. The original SAM5SF-83, they installed a Bulgarian side-folding stock, complete with latch up here. But the original version, they left with the 14 by 1 threads and the muzzle brake. And it did not have the Galil style thumb safety selector. The 84 version, though, they installed the proper 24mm right-hand front sight base with the bayonet lug underneath, and the proper thumb selector and corresponding pistol grip. So essentially, it has the same feature set as the 7.6239 SAM7SF-84. And they even ship it with the longer black magazine to kind of top it off. But this is a custom shop gun. The receiver starts off the same. In fact, this starts off as an import. You can tell by the serial range. The ones built on the US finished receivers have a completely different serial system and date code. But then they completely alter the back, adding this folding block. Of course, swapping out sight bases, which is actually quite easy to do. Cutting the bottom of the receiver for the selector. And of course, giving it special markings. Here we can see in the mag well area. Of course, they also have to install the latch up here and the corresponding pin below. So there's actually quite a bit of work that goes into installing this style of stock. And because the receiver is reworked, the finish is different. They're redone here. But otherwise, it's an imported gun. This is one of 80 that they've done. So I definitely think the 83 was greatly improved when they went to the 84, giving it full side folding features. But it does fall short still in a couple of ways, not the least of which is kind of the price point, if we're being honest. As I'm sure you could guess, coming from the Arsenal custom shop, and considering that, yes, there is quite a bit of work to do this properly, price is not cheap. But I was hoping with that they would at least put it in one of their new kind of Pelican-style cases, which is available with the SAM7SF-86. But no, it comes in literally the weakest Arsenal box, just the standard tissue paper box. I will give them credit. Like I said, they at least do give you the full-size magazine, and they even do give you the proper two-piece cleaning rod. It cracks me up on the SF models. People often say they don't come with a cleaning rod. No, it's just when they're new. This is in a plastic bag inside. The one half goes under the barrel. The other half is meant to go in your magazine pouch. Although I have seen some people kind of tape it or strap it inside this cutout in the stock. That stock is actually dimpled there to let the safety selector move up and down without impacting it. So, yes, at least on the mag and the correct cleaning rod. But on the box, come on, guys. Give us the hard case. It would have also been nice if they had installed the ARM9 handguard and pistol grip, although this is okay, especially for US compliance if they need it. But the ARM9 handguard would have been nice. But what's really stupid is this. This is not how it comes in. I had some of these US-made egg beater flash hiders, so I threw it on. But when you get it in the box, not only does it not have a muzzle device on it, it doesn't even have a muzzle nut. It's just a bare 24mm thread. No, guys, that looks terrible, and I'm blind saying that. You need to put something on here. If you can't do these, and they have these in stock, so I don't know why. This is the appropriate muzzle device, and it even can count as one of your U.S. parts, so win-win. Why not? That's probably my biggest single gripe outside of the price. I can get over not coming in a really fancy box, but shipping a gun with just bare muzzle threads is just unattractive, especially for this price point. So I'm going to honestly ding them for that, even though I really do think the 84 is a great improvement over the 83. This is often kind of considered an ambidextrous selector, but it's not. In fact, to a left-handed person, a lot of folks I know that are lefties remove these because it digs into the palm of their hand. Now, it's definitely meant for right-handed people, but that said, it's a lot more convenient to use than the standard AK safety selector. The stock is sturdy. Some say it has an overly long length of pull. I'm not a very tall person, and even to me, it's not that bad. It does have the rubber recoil pad. Some of the early SFs from back in the day were just a bare metal butt plate. I really don't find it an uncomfortable stock to use. I really don't. It's sturdy, and I think it gives a unique Bulgarian look. And being in 5.56 NATO 223, that's kind of the whole deal. SAM7s are in 7.62x39. We've never had 5.45s except in the milled for the RPK 3s briefly, very briefly. And then, of course, we have these handful of 5.56s. The vast majority of arsenals with the milled receiver have always been 7.62x39. So that's kind of the key purpose and point behind these. And it's kind of more important than ever because of the whole ammunition situation. Now, do I really worry about the long-term future of 7.62x39 in America? No, there's enough guns chambered for it that someone's going to supply that. But the days of really cheap ammo are over. So a lot of folks, especially with 5.45x39 getting harder and harder to find, are going to 5.56 AKs. You've got, of course, the FB Radom Baril. You've got the Zastava M90 and others. It's becoming more and more popular, and I kind of understand why. And the Bulgarian mags, while they're not inexpensive, they are well done. They are reliable. So is it worth the price point? Well, for some, it will just be the one of 80 kind of custom shop factor. I do, as I said, find this folding stock nice. It does lock in correctly. And if you were to take a standard SAM561 and pay a gunsmith, you would spend probably even more money if you could even find this folding stock assembly, because they're not readily available. And again, it requires welding and pinning and refinishing, and it's a lot of work to do. So it is what it is. I would not blame anyone if this is not their cup of tea, but I can also understand why someone wanting a unique configuration. Essentially, this is an ARM9F, one of the current military guns. If you just had the right handguards on it, it'd be just about right. But they really do need to start shipping these with some kind of muzzle device, or at the very least, a muzzle nut. We'll see where it goes, but just thought we'd do a little brief video on it. We've had several shooting videos with the SAM5 in the past, so if you are curious about how they shoot, reliability, how mine has held up over the years, just, search the channel. You can check them out. And like I said, we'll get to the SAM5SF-C as soon as we can. It, too, is kind of just the same old thing with a different twist, but, hey, beggars can't be choosers in the world we live in right now as far as Kalashnikovs. But, no, I overall like it, but it's not perfect. It's not without some criticism. So I'd give it like a B to B+. If it wasn't for the price tag and a couple of missing features, it would be an A gun, but, hey, it is what it is. But what do you think? Do you like the Arsenal custom shop guns? They do have a reputation for being a little better on the fit and finish. And I'm not really concerned about this one being overgassed. They said they corrected that issue a couple of years ago. So I'm going to take them at their word on that and until and unless proven wrong. Hope everyone's having a good mid-October, and we'll try to get out and shoot pretty soon, although the problem we're going to run into soon here is the beginning of white-tailed deer season, so usually kind of take a couple of weeks off from shooting to let the hunters do the thing to be friendly neighbors. But yeah, let us know what you think. If you could, as always, like, share, and subscribe. Like to help us out, check out Patreon. With that, I'm going to go have dinner. Bye.